Emotional healing after separation is a journey that involves understanding grief, processing emotions, and embracing personal growth. While the 5 stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, help explain the emotional cycle, healing is not linear, nor does everyone experience these stages the same way. Key pillars like time, rational self-reflection, emotional expression, and purposeful engagement with life play a crucial role in recovery. Additionally, distinguishing between realistic hope, which drives action, and false hope, which fosters stagnation, is essential for moving forward. True healing comes not from erasing the past, but from learning, accepting, and growing beyond it. A friend of mine went through a difficult emotional journey. She had been in a complicated relationship with a man named Adele, who often mistreated her, yet she couldn't shake off her deep feelings for him. After they separated, she quickly got involved with another man, Saud, who was kind and caring, everything Adele wasn't. She saw him as a fresh start, almost like a reward for all the pain she had endured. However, despite Saud's devotion, she never truly felt connected to him. She found herself constantly checking Adele's social media, noticing subtle hints that he still thought about her. At times, his words even seemed to blame her for leaving him, though in reality, he was the one who had walked away without explanation. She tried to convince herself that moving on was the right choice, but deep down, life without Adele felt empty. Her frustration grew, and she started taking it out on Saud, feeling restless and unfulfilled in their relationship. He did everything to make her happy, but she just wasn't drawn to him the way she had been to Adele. She felt like she was with a friend rather than a lover. There was no passion, no spark, and she didn't feel feminine or desired around him. Then, out of nowhere, Adele contacted her, saying he missed her and wanted to see her. The moment she saw him, all her old emotions resurfaced. She felt guilty about Saud and decided to end things with him, realizing she could never truly move on from Adele. Saud, heartbroken, begged her not to leave, insisting he would prove himself to her. She felt torn. She didn't want to hurt him, but she knew she couldn't force herself to love him. Looking back, she realized Saud had fallen for her too quickly, and she had let him in during a moment of weakness, hoping he could fill the void Adele had left behind. Definition of a rebound relationship. After the end of a romantic relationship, a person needs at least 6 months to heal from the emotional pain, reconnect with themselves, and understand their weaknesses before entering a new relationship. This rule does not apply to those who initiated the breakup because they had already lost interest in their partner and felt the need to be free from them. The moment emotions die is when the relationship truly ends, not the moment the physical separation occurs. For example, a woman who was married traditionally under family pressure for 5 years and felt no compatibility or attraction to her husband decided to divorce him. Her husband was devastated, clinging to her in every possible way. After the separation, it is the husband who needs time to heal, not the wife, as she does not experience clear pain from the breakup and has no feelings left for him. In our story, Adele does not need to heal from Alam, but Alam needs to heal from Adele. Saud needs to heal from Alam, but she does not need to heal from him. A rebound relationship occurs when someone enters a new romantic relationship as quickly as possible during the grieving period after a breakup and before emotional recovery. The common saying, "The only way to forget someone is to be with someone else," is the most accurate way to define a rebound relationship. The belief that this new person was sent by the universe to save you from your pain is an illusion. No one can truly free you from your suffering except for self-honesty and taking real steps to face your reality. Even medication in such situations often acts as a painkiller rather than a true cure. Analytical stations in the story. Alam made a clear mistake by assuming that Adele's social media posts were about her personally. One must remember that someone who willingly let go of you will not bother writing about you unless it serves as emotional manipulation to keep you emotionally attached while they continue enjoying their life, returning only when convenient. If this is the case, you will notice that some of their words will either provoke negative emotions by devaluing you or stir positive emotions by expressing longing. Either way, you are trapped in a carefully crafted delusion. Why was Ahlam not attracted to Saud? He absorbed her anger without setting boundaries. He pleased her at his own expense, ultimately losing his own sense of worth. He was dull because he shaped himself according to what Alam wanted rather than being his true self. Additionally, he lacked conversational skills, curious and empathetic listening, honest participation with a calm and structured approach, and avoiding attention-seeking or self-validation. This triad of dialogue skills forms the foundation of attraction and communication. People love to talk about themselves, and in a world where true listeners are rare, being an attentive and non-judgmental listener is both a skill and a healing mechanism. Genuine self-expression allows people to organize their chaotic thoughts, and because transparency about one's feelings is difficult due to fear of judgment, rejection, or self-confrontation, meaningful conversations become invaluable. Have you ever explained something and suddenly realized a new idea that you didn't know you had? A conscious, supportive listener who encourages you to be your best self is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Shouldn't every doctor, regardless of their specialty, master this skill? True confidence lies in presenting yourself honestly, without excessive self-promotion. Have you noticed how I have shared personal painful experiences in this book? Not to portray myself as a victim, but to convey a raw, unfiltered human experience. I am far from perfect, yet every night I rest knowing I have fought to be a better version of myself. I take pride in living my life as if it were a legend, finding meaning even in the smallest actions. My heart aches at the widespread superficiality and the unconscious distortions that plague society. The art of conversation and self-presentation. The way you speak reflects your inner self. It is how others may judge you. Words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. Therefore, speak with thoughtfulness, calmness, and deliberation. Training yourself in structured dialogue and topic development is essential. Attempting to prove yourself in a conversation makes you the weaker party. True confidence requires no validation. Why Saud failed to capture Alam's interest. He failed to make her feel feminine because he did not understand the difference between flattery and genuine admiration. Oh, admiration. That dress accentuates your figure beautifully. It makes me long to hold you. Oh, flattery. Your dress is nice. I love you. Repetitive and impersonal, much like Saud's approach. He was hesitant and shy about intimacy. Boldness in intimacy is attractive to both genders. Many married couples remain uncomfortable with each other for years due to a lack of mature, open discussions. He begged and pleaded when she decided to leave. Asking for clarification is acceptable, but pleading is repelling. It does not inspire attraction. He accepted being just a friend after rejection, a major concession that signals a lack of self-worth. True friendship after love is rare and only possible after substantial emotional recovery. He became a backup option for Alam, just as Alam had been for Adele. Trying to prove yourself to someone who has already chosen another is a sign of insecurity. Playing the victim, "you made me attached to you," is avoidance of responsibility. While narcissists indeed use manipulative tactics to keep others emotionally dependent, a mature person acknowledges their role in falling into such traps and works on self-recovery. The illusion of rebound love. Simply because someone insists you are not a rebound does not mean they are truthful. Often, people unknowingly rush into relationships to escape the pain of separation. They may express strong emotions, but these are temporary reactions rather than deep, lasting feelings, exactly as Alam did with Saud. The danger of emotional impulsiveness. Emotional impulsiveness manifests as excessive expressions of love within an unusually short time, rapid development of emotions without a solid foundation. For a mature person, love develops over at least 5 months through cumulative, meaningful interactions. Emotional impulsiveness, however, is often a product of unresolved psychological needs, leading one to fabricate an idealized image of the other person. Impulsiveness can take different forms. 1. Deliberate emotional manipulation. A person with high emotional intelligence may use impulsive affection strategically to secure a partner quickly. This person is often labeled as a player. 2. Unconscious emotional manipulation. Someone genuinely believes in their temporary infatuation, experiencing an emotional high. Once they feel secure in the relationship, their interest fades. This cycle can turn into a love addiction, where the thrill of new relationships becomes the goal rather than genuine connection. 3. Emotional emptiness. Some individuals develop a strong hunger for affection due to an emotionally deprived childhood. Saud, for example, exemplified this trait. A person driven by emotional impulsiveness will repel most people except those who also suffer from emotional deprivation. This is why some skilled manipulators use impulsiveness as a calculated tactic to create dependency in their target. Emotional healing, a stoic perspective. The aftermath of separation is best endured through disciplined self-reflection and, if necessary, professional guidance. In psychology, grief unfolds in 5 distinct phases: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Denial, a refusal to confront reality, clinging to the illusion that the separation has not truly occurred. It is the mind's instinctive defense against pain, delaying the inevitable reckoning with truth. Anger, a natural outburst against fate, a shield masking deeper wounds. It is the moment when illusion begins to dissolve, exposing the raw weight of reality. Bargaining, a futile attempt to negotiate with the past. The mind constructs endless scenarios in which a different action might have averted the loss. A mirage of false hope, this phase is often more agonizing than grief itself, for it keeps one tethered to what no longer exists. Depression, a descent into sorrow where the body and mind feel the weight of what is gone. Sleep, appetite, and motivation may wane, but it is a passage, not a prison. If prolonged, one must seek counsel to regain equilibrium. Acceptance, not an escape from sorrow nor a sudden embrace of joy, but a quiet acknowledgement of truth. It is the realization that the past cannot be undone, but its lessons remain to guide the path ahead. Not all will experience these stages in order, nor must all endure them in full. Each mind follows its own course. The pillars of healing one time. Though it erodes pain, it does not cleanse the wounds left untended. 2. Rational analysis. A clear-eyed confrontation with reality, stripping away illusion and self-deception. 3. Expression and reconciliation. To name a feeling is to strip it of its power. To accept it is to free oneself from its chains. 4. Purposeful engagement. The pursuit of one's own path, not as an escape, but as a means to rediscover strength. Hope, if it exists, must be anchored in reason. A man who toils for a better future has hope. A man who merely waits is a captive of delusion.